Well, right now, we'd like to welcome to our studios this afternoon a young, aspiring musician and artist by the name of Andrew Yon. Andrew is from the Elmont area and currently working in the Perth area with the Omnes Arts Circle. Welcome to Lake 88 this afternoon. Andrew, good to have you with us.
Thanks, Brian. Good to be here.
We should tell everybody what OMNES, Omnes, actually stands for.
Yeah, so Omnis means all, so it's the all arts circle. We got dance, theater, music, singing, we got all the arts. So
Yeah.
Omnis is all-encompassing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And that's for, young people in the area, and that is run by
Tasia Lesser, yeah.
Tasia Lesser as well. Now, let's talk a little bit about you, Andrew. You have decided to go into the recording studio and do a little recording of your first, I guess, song that you have put I was going to say vinyl, but that would be dating me, but put to the old digital master. With that, you're bringing all kinds of experience so far in your young life. Let's talk a little bit about your musical background thus far.
Yeah, so for piano, that's my main instrument. I have my level 10 through the Royal Conservatory Toronto, and I've also played cello. I took singing lessons, guitar lessons. I've been at a bunch of town plays in Elmont, so I've had a lot of theater musical experience. So it's all kind of culminated into this single I just released.
Yeah. Now, you're, of course, not only working for Omnis, but you are, of course, all over the place as far as teaching keyboard as well, right? Where are you working these days?
Yeah, so for Omnis, I teach in 3 different elementary schools: Holy Name of Mary in Elmont, St. Gregory's in Carleton Place, St. John's here in Perth, and then I teach over at the studio 2 days a week as well. So my students keep me very busy. I love it.
Yeah. What's your educational background when it comes to music, Andrew?
Well, that's the Royal Conservatory Toronto.
Right.
So I
okay.
had to study counterpoint, harmony, music history, all the great composers, and I had to learn how to write both Baroque fugues and all kinds of stuff, analyze sonatas. So I have a lot of the classical background.
Broadens one's horizons, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And that was about 8 years doing the conservatory, right?
Yep, I've been playing for 10 years, and I started the conservatory when I was about 15. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So now 25 and working all over the place. And that always seems to be the way if you want to work full-time in music, you're doing bits of everything, right?
Oh yeah, you gotta keep your grocery bill going while you record your music, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
And my students love it. With the first week I recorded, I went to the lesson and said, "Oh, I recorded a pop song you want to hear?" And they're like, "Of course."
Yes, yeah. Hoping that the teacher becomes famous and
Yeah, I know a lot of them are tuning in right now. So
yeah. Okay, well, a shout out to all of Andrew Yon's students. Now, Andrew, what's the inspiration to finally write something your own? I mean, this is a recent development. You haven't been writing music for a long time, right?
Actually, I started writing music when I was 14.
Okay, so you have been.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I had an illness that lasted 10 years that just completely affected my ability to write music. So in the last year, I lost 100 pounds and just went for it.
Is that
went for the dream, yeah.
So the song that we're going to hear, you have some inspiration, no doubt, behind that. What are you kind of thinking of for the song that's called Still Here? How did that come to be?
Yeah, so Still Here is about my 10-year journey overcoming an illness that we weren't sure if it was going to be chronic or not. So you'll hear it's still here, where are you, fear? And my inspiration was it's kind of my story, but anybody's story can apply to the song. So I've had people talk to me who had cancer, kids who had family issues, like all kinds of people have been saying, "Oh yeah, I had a fear story too." So people kind of belt out the song and they put their own story to it.
Yeah.
So for me, it was having a 10-year illness, but everybody kind of applies their own. So it's kind of an inspirational pop bop. That's what I call it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Especially with this song title as Still Here, right?
Exactly,
You can take it in a lot of different connotations. So how did you record it? Was this an in-house production? Did you go to a studio?
Yeah, so there's a guy by the name of Josh Hart. He runs Audio Valley Recording in Ottawa.
Okay,
So I found him online, and he's a great audio engineer. So I took the song, we mixed up all the instruments. A lot of them are me playing piano. So it was a lot of fun, and he did the final mix and ready to go.
You put it all together.
Exactly.
How long was the whole production? How many hours did it take you?
It was 3 sessions, and the main one was about 10 hours.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so it was a good.
So, you've got, all kinds of background experience in music. You're teaching all over the place right now with students and also in the schools. What's next for you, Andrew? What's your career aspirations since you're still here?
Yeah, so my big goal eventually is to have a big charity tied to my music studio. So I'm going to be helping people, especially young people who are suffering from illnesses, don't have financial support. So it's going to be kind of a charity. So the music studio itself is almost kind of a community. So I'm trying to build up a fan base of people like-minded who have their Still Here story, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's got one, right?
And I have another single coming out. No release date, but it's going to be end of March. It's called Free, so that's my next song. And then I'm going to record an album this summer. So,
Oh, boy.
yeah.
You've got big plans and a
Big plan.
busy couple of months coming up. Now, Andrew, if somebody wants to get a hold of your music, do you have your own website, or how would that work?
So they could find me on Instagram. It could be hard to find me, so if you have trouble, you text me 613-612-5246, and I'll get you the link. But my Instagram is the number 8 VA Piano Guy, and you'll find me if you look up my song Still Here, Andrew Yon, and my last name is Jahn, so that's very important.
Yeah.
And then if you find that, you'll find all my social medias: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and then you'll have contacts too.
You're everywhere.
I'm everywhere, yeah. Gotta be everywhere, yeah.
That's great. Well, Andrew, we want to thank you so much for coming in. And, of course, now we're going to be able to hear the song that you wrote and just recently recorded called Still Here. It's great to have you in, and best of luck with the other single that you're working on and the album as well. We'll have to have you back sometime to hear how that turned out.
Thank you. I'd love to be back sometime.
All right. Andrew, thanks for being with us this afternoon. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Andrew Yon, and here's the